In 2005, a search and rescue team detected a transmission on a frequency that doesn't exist. Frequency 16.5 is not part of any radio band plan. Their radios were not capable of receiving it. The transmission contained SAR operation coordinates and timecodes. The coordinates matched no active operations. The timecodes were 48 hours in the future. In 2011, a SAR team began monitoring the transmissions systematically. Frequency 16.5 described rescue operations 24 to 72 hours before they occurred. Locations, victim descriptions, weather conditions, outcomes. All accurate. The team used the information to pre-position equipment. Their rescue success rate increased significantly. They were commended for efficiency. Then they explained their methods. They were suspended immediately. Their radios were confiscated. In 2017, all SAR radios were modified to make frequency 16.5 technically impossible to receive. Teams reported still hearing it. Radios tested. Confirmed. Incapable of reception. Teams heard the transmissions anyway. Some team members heard them. Others, holding the same radio, heard nothing. Personnel who kept hearing frequency 16.5 were reassigned to administrative duties. This is about a frequency that cannot be received, transmitting rescues before they happen, and the teams who learned that hearing it is a liability. March 11, 2005. Search and Rescue Team Bravo 4 was returning from a completed operation in the Ouachita National Forest, Arkansas. Recovery successful. Team leader Gwen Nakashima led 4 members back to the staging area via established trail. Standard post-operation radio protocol. Maintain open channel, monitor primary and secondary frequencies, log any transmission anomalies. At 16:23 hours, team radio operator Felix Drummond reported an anomaly. Bravo 4 lead, picking up a transmission, can't identify the frequency. Nakashima stopped the team, asked Drummond to isolate the signal. Drummond worked the radio methodically. He swept through the surrounding frequencies in both directions. Nothing above it, nothing below it. The signal existed at exactly one point on the display, a point the radio's band plan did not include. Standard SAR units operated on designated VHF frequencies within the allocated range. The signal he was isolating registered entirely outside that range. His display showed 16.5 MHz, a frequency that does not exist in the operational band plan, and one the radio was not manufactured to receive. Drummond. Display shows 16.5. That's not a real frequency. Radio shouldn't be capable of this range. The transmission was audible. Clear signal. No static interference. A voice reading coordinates in standard SAR format, followed by timecodes, followed by brief operational descriptions. Victim count. Terrain type. Weather conditions at location. Nakashima copied the transmission manually. 5 separate coordinate sets, each paired with a timecode. The earliest timecode was 47 hours from the current time. The latest was 71 hours out. Back at the staging area, Nakashima ran the coordinates against active operations. Nothing. No SAR operations were scheduled or underway at any of the 5 locations. She filed an anomaly report with Regional Coordinator Paul Estes, noted the frequency, the coordinate sets, the timecodes. Estes forwarded the report to Technical Services for radio evaluation. Technical evaluation. Radio functioning within normal parameters. Frequency 16.5, reception unexplained. Hardware should not permit it. 47 hours after the transmission, a hiker reported overdue in the Ouachita backcountry. Responding team dispatched to coordinates. Location matched the first coordinate set from Nakashima's copied transmission exactly. Nakashima noted this in a follow-up report. Estes acknowledged receipt. No further investigation was ordered. Over the following 6 months, BRA-VO4 detected 8 additional frequency 16.5 transmissions during routine operations. Each time, Drummond isolated the signal, and Nakashima copied the coordinates and timecodes. Each coordinate set corresponded to a SAR operation that occurred within the stated time frame. 8 transmissions. 8 accurate predictions. Radios officially incapable of receiving the frequency. Nakashima stopped filing anomaly reports after the third incident. She kept a personal log instead. In January 2011, SAR Team DELTA-9 began formally monitoring frequency 16.5 transmissions. Team leader Rashid Oyalaran had reviewed anomaly reports filed across the region between 2005 and 2010. 12 documented incidents of 16.5 reception from 4 different teams using 4 different radio units. Coordinates and time codes accurate in every documented case. Oyalaran briefed his team. 6 members. His proposal: monitor 16.5 systematically during all operations. Copy every transmission. Test accuracy against actual incidents. Document results. Team member Ingrid Solberg was assigned as primary monitor. She maintained a dedicated log from February through August 2011. 31 transmissions received across that period. Time codes ranging from 24 to 72 hours ahead of the transmission time. Solberg's accuracy log at the end of August. 31 transmissions monitored. 31 corresponding SAR operations confirmed. 29 coordinate matches exact. 2 coordinate matches within 200 meters of reported victim location. 0 inaccurate predictions. Beginning in April, Oyalaran began using 16.5 information operationally, prepositioning equipment at or near predicted coordinates before incidents were reported. On April 23rd, a 16.5 transmission described a victim on the eastern slope of a specific drainage, weather deteriorating 38 hours out. Oyalaran staged a team at the nearest trailhead the following morning. When the missing person call came in 36 hours later, his team reached the victim in 51 minutes. Standard response for that terrain: 4 hours minimum. The victim was hypothermic but recovered fully. Without prepositioning, the outcome would likely have been different. Between April and August 2011, DELTA-9 completed 11 operations. Average response time 47 minutes below regional average. Victim recovery rate 100%. The team received a regional commendation for operational efficiency in September 2011. During the commendation review, Regional Administrator Carol Vassar asked Oyalaran to detail Delta 9's methodology. Standard procedure following exceptional performance periods. Oyalaran presented the 16.5 monitoring logs. Full documentation. Solberg's accuracy record. The operational prepositioning decisions and their outcomes. Vassar suspended DELTA-9 immediately pending investigation. All team radios confiscated. Oyalaran placed on administrative leave. Solberg and 3 other team members suspended with pay. The investigation findings filed November 2011. No evidence of misconduct. Radio logs confirmed. Accuracy record confirmed. No regulatory violations identified. Delta 9 reinstated December 2011. Oyalaran's 16.5 monitoring logs were retained by regional administration, not returned. Oyalaran was told, do not monitor frequency 16.5. Do not use 16.5 transmissions for operational decisions. Do not discuss 16.5 with other teams. He was not told why. In February 2017, Regional Technical Coordinator Bernard Osai oversaw a mandatory radio upgrade across all SAR units in the region. New hardware, updated firmware. The upgrade specifications included a frequency exclusion. 16.5 MHz was hard-coded out of the receivable range at the hardware level. Osai confirmed this in writing. Modified units are technically incapable of receiving, transmitting on, or displaying frequency 16.5. All SAR teams received modified radios in March 2017. Standard issue. No explanation given for the specific exclusion. By April, incident reports began filing. Team Foxtrot 2 reported hearing transmissions matching the 16.5 format, coordinates, timecodes, operational descriptions on their modified units. OSA tested Foxtrot 2's radios, confirmed hardware incapable of 16.5 reception, no signal present on any testable frequency. Foxtrot 2 reported still hearing it. Team Foxtrot 2 member Claudette Marsh described the experience in her incident report. The transmission is audible through the radio speaker. Coordinates and timecodes consistent with previous 16.5 format. Other team members present confirm hearing nothing. Same radio. Same moment. I hear a clear transmission. They hear only our operational channel. This selective reception pattern repeated across multiple teams through spring and summer 2017. In each documented case, some team members heard transmissions clearly. Others, holding identical modified hardware in the same location at the same moment, heard nothing. Regional Administrator Vassar convened a review in August 2017. 14 personnel across 6 teams had filed reports of continued 16.5 reception on modified hardware. Technical testing confirmed in every case. Radios incapable of receiving 16.5. No transmission present on any detectable frequency. The review produced 2 findings. First, the transmissions being reported were consistent in format and predictive accuracy with pre-2017 16.5 documentation. Team members who heard transmissions and cross-referenced them against subsequent incidents confirmed accuracy rates matching OILRN's 2011 logs. Second, selective reception. Some personnel hearing transmissions, others not, on identical hardware, had no technical explanation. Vassar's response. Personnel consistently reporting 16.5 transmissions would be reassigned to administrative duties pending equipment investigation. The equipment investigation would remain open indefinitely. By October 2017, 11 personnel had been reassigned. None had returned to field operations by year's end. Marsh's final field report before reassignment included one additional detail she had noted but not previously filed. In 3 separate transmissions she had monitored on the modified radio, the voice reading the coordinates and timecodes was familiar. She had listened to it a 4th time before filing, confirmed it carefully against her own recorded debriefs from previous operations. The voice was hers, reading coordinates for rescues that had not happened yet, describing victims who had not yet called for help, in her own cadence, her own phrasing, the way she read coordinates in the field, the slight pause between the latitude and longitude, the way she emphasized the final digit, unmistakably hers. Current operational protocol for frequency 16.5. SAR personnel will not monitor, transmit on, or acknowledge frequency 16.5. Radios have been modified at the hardware level to exclude 16.5 from operational range. If personnel report hearing transmissions on frequency 16.5, radios will be tested for malfunction. If testing confirms hardware functioning within normal parameters, personnel will file a formal incident report. Personnel consistently reporting frequency 16.5 transmissions will be reassigned to administrative duties pending equipment investigation. Return to field operations is contingent on resolution of the equipment investigation. Using information derived from frequency 16.5 transmissions for operational decisions constitutes a protocol violation regardless of outcome. Frequency 16.5 does not exist in any radio band plan. SAR radios have been modified at the hardware level to make reception technically impossible. Technical testing confirms the modification is effective. In 2005, BRAVO4 received 8 transmissions on a frequency their radios couldn't receive. 8 accurate predictions. Nakashima stopped filing reports and kept a private log instead. In 2011, DELTA-9 monitored 31 transmissions. 31 accurate, used the information, rescued people faster, were suspended for it, reinstated, told never to listen again. In 2017, the radios were modified. Teams still heard it, some of them, not all. Same radio, same moment, same location. Some heard coordinates and time codes. Others heard nothing. The ones who kept hearing it were removed from field operations. Frequency 16.5 describes rescues before victims are lost, locations before anyone calls for help, outcomes before teams deploy. Teams don't use the information, can't. Protocol violation regardless of outcome. Suspended if they admit hearing it. Reassigned if they keep hearing it. Some of them recognize the voice. Their own. Reading coordinates. For rescues that haven't happened yet. In their own cadence. Their own phrasing. The slight pause between latitude and longitude exactly as they say it in the field. And they learn to say they don't hear it. Because hearing a frequency that doesn't exist means your radio is malfunctioning. And a malfunctioning radio means administrative reassignment. Even if the frequency knows exactly where the next victim will be found. Even if it always has.